So that backs Georgia up now as they finally set the sticks back at about the 29-yard line. It'll be a first down and 22.
I'll tell you what, that long touchdown by Slayton did. It just threw a cold glass of water over this Georgia team and kind of woke them up and said, hey, we're in a football game with these guys.
So first down and long. Well, at this rate, we're going to be here until the national championship game that Keith and Dan are going to do.
Number 81, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Another penalty. It'll be second down and 27. Let's check in with Lynn.
Well, Bob and Brad, we always have to keep things in perspective. And when I was talking to Rich Rodriguez early this morning, there's a tragic coal mining accident in West Virginia, about an hour from Rodriguez's home, an hour and a half from Morgantown. And he wanted to extend his prayers to the families of the coal miners involved in that accident, because he knows that a lot of those miners will be home tonight watching West Virginia on TV had it not been for the accident.
We hope things are going well there, and we won't know, I'm sure, for a time. But you talk about a local hero, it's Rich Rodriguez, because Grantown is his hometown, which is only about 20 minutes, 25 minutes from Morgantown. And they've got a sign on both ends of town that say Grantown, hometown of Rich Rodriguez, and they say that the town's so small they could have probably just put it on both sides of the same sign. I'm from one of those too. You don't need two signs.
Well, he's an alumnus. He went there. He was a defensive back, played for Don Nehlen. Don Nehlen is here tonight. In fact, he went into the NFL and the National Football League Hall of Fame this year.
DJ Shockley with pressure coming from behind, and boy, the white jerseys, he just took too long, and that's coverage downfield. DJ couldn't find an open man, and finally all the white jerseys showed up and swallowed them, led by Mike Norello, the guy we talked about earlier, the combination linebacker DB, and Georgia's got to give it up again. So they got a couple first downs with Lumpkin, and then the penalty killed him.
I don't think a lot of people around this state and around the country have given West Virginia their due. I think they're a lot better football team than most people, and I think they're finding out tonight.
Ely Kelso on the punt. Lewis says it's mine, and he'll take it at the 24. Made the first one miss again. There's a flag down, though. Out to the 45-yard line, but it's going to be coming back.
There's another flag.
Well, we've got a couple of them out there. Well, Jay Strickerts has gotten more camera time so far than DJ Shockley and Pat White combined. Here's the call.
Well, Bob and Brad, while you look at both coaches right there, I think this is what Rodriguez was trying to emphasize at the start of the game about eliminating mistakes, not making stupid penalties. The long layoff between the last game, the holiday season, then getting into Atlanta, getting ready for the ball game. Both teams lose a little bit of the edge. One of the great advantages can be which team gets into the rhythm, which team gets into their game and plays with control and eliminates these kinds of mistakes.
Well, and there's three teams out there on that field. There's a team of officials, and they're from the Pac-10, and we kind of heard that during the year the Pac-10 officials seem to throw more flags. But of all the flags they've thrown tonight, I can't find any that were not justifiable. The fouls are there. They gotta throw the flag.
They might want to figure out what to do after they throw them a little bit quicker. Just an opinion.
I agree with that one, partner.
There are two fouls on the play. Illegal block in the back on the receiving team, number 3. Also, personal foul, face mask on the defense, number 42. Those penalties offset. We'll replay the down.
Boy, I don't know how it took that long to figure out you have to do it again.
Yeah, that's when you really wish they didn't have the microphone and they just got together and they just said, all right, what do you got? What do you got? Let's go back and kick it again.
So we'll try it one more time. Remember, the penalty on that guy is what stalled Georgia's fairly good-looking second drive of the ball game. So Ely Kelso and the punting unit have to come back on. Mark Richt, the SEC Coach of the Year. And Rich Rodriguez, the Big East Coach of the Year. Ely Kelso, local product for the Georgia Bulldogs. Played right there at Clark Central in Athens. It was a second-team Big East, Southeastern Conference punter. Ooh, he got close to that one. He hung it up. They'll have to call fair catch. Vaughn Rivers does at about the 36-yard line. So West Virginia gets it back, leading by 7. They've combined to win 712 games and 4 national titles, and now fresh on the heels of their conference championships, Joe Paterno and Bobby Bowden meet the FedEx Orange Bowl. It's tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, right here on ABC Sports.
I think that's going to be a pretty good football game.
Should be.
I think Florida State has gotten a little bit out of their funk, and it's great to see Penn State and Joe Paterno back playing good football.
So the Mountaineers with a touchdown lead and a first down at their own 36-yard line. White on the option will keep it. Thought about a late pitch and thought better of it. Tony Taylor, the middle linebacker, made the stop.
This is the offense that West Virginia uses. Rich Rodriguez had this offense when he was at Tulane and also when he was with Clemson. He's the offensive coordinator, calls the plays. They use a spread, but they don't throw the ball that much. It's 2 receivers on either side of the field, but most of it's going to be a running play.
Now they're going to throw, and there's a strike complete. And a big gain inside the 40 of the 35, Darius Renaud. I beg your pardon, Brandon Miles. 30-yard pickup. So just when you get lulled to sleep by the running game of West Virginia, don't forget this kid was drafted by Major League Baseball. He's got a pretty wicked arm, too.
Receiver at the top of the screen just going to get in the area right between the corner and the safety. And as you mentioned, White with a strong arm fits it in there.
To the 32-yard line. Nice run after the catch. First down for the Mountaineers. They've got it working here in the first quarter with 8 minutes remaining. And another good gain by Slayton. Picked up 8 more. Greg Blue came up from the secondary to make the hit. And right now, West Virginia's got Georgia on their heels.
Well, what Georgia knows, the defense knows, is this offense spreads you out and then they run the football. They're the number 5 rushing team in the nation and the 115th passing team in the nation. So they're not going to worry too much about them throwing. They just want to stop the run.
They've got 4 wideouts in this grouping, 3 to the top of your screen, and they're going to flare it out there quickly, and got it to Renaud this time. And he just weaves his way down the sideline. I'll tell you, the other group in here that's shocked, other than the Georgia defense, is the Georgia crowd. Obviously, this is the 3rd straight game the Dogs have played in Atlanta. They beat Georgia Tech in their final regular season game, and LSU in here in the Southeastern Conference Championship game. And right now, West Virginia's rocking them.
Well, there's a lot of red in this building, but there's also a lot of yellow and blue.
First and goal at the 7. White looks to the sideline. Quarterback draw. Trying to find some room and trying to pick up some blockers inside the 5, and he made something out of nothing there. He's inside the 4. Georgia, I think, knew what was coming. They just couldn't catch him.
Couldn't do anything about it. Pat White was not the starter at the beginning of the year. Adam Bednarik was. He got in every now and then Rich Rodriguez just could not let him in, not let him play. He just had to get him on the field.
Second down and goal at the 3. West Virginia by a touchdown, leading 7-0. They fake it to Slayton. White wants to throw. Does to the end zone. Touchdown. Darius Renaud's second catch of the drive. Three-yard touchdown throw, and White, for him, his 8th of the year.
White rolls to his left. Doesn't seem like he's intimidated by the Georgia Bulldogs or playing in the dome or all of the stands and the fans and all that other stuff. He's calm and getting it done.
Extra point by McAfee's good. The 11th ranked team in the country shocking the Georgia Bulldogs right now. It's early and there's a lot of football left, but they're up by 2 touchdowns. The Mountaineers have come from Morgantown looking for their first Sugar Bowl crown, and they are off to a good start. West Virginia 14, Georgia nothing.
You're watching the Nokia Sugar Bowl on ABC Sports.
The Mountaineers of West Virginia, 3-yard touchdown throw. Pat White to Renaud. Here's the score.
The receiver that's going to get open is going to come across. White is going to roll out. The fullback slides out here. He didn't get the fullback, but he wants the receiver in the end zone, Renaud. Little fake, rolled across. Now here's what he sees. He sees right in here, right through the opening there, gets it in between the 2 safeties. That's Battle and Blue, fits it in there.
And again, McAfee, his 3rd kickoff, his 3rd touchback, pinning Georgia at its 20 on all his kickoffs. So now, a little bit of pressure on Georgia, down 2 scores.
Well,
let's take a look at our Tostitos player comparison. Let's take a look at the 2 quarterbacks. Not a lot of comparison as far as passing yardage this year.
this is coming into the game. The yards, obviously White hasn't thrown as much as Shock has.
Shocker will throw here. DJ throws incomplete, intended for Martrez Milner, the number 2 tight end, and I use that kind of loosely because he's as good a one as there is around. It's just that Hope's the starter.
I think this whole Bulldog team is in shock. I mean, they played on this stadium a month ago and just really took it to LSU. LSU took it to Miami a few days ago, and then you knew that Georgia had to feel pretty good about themselves, but they come out here, first 2 possessions, they punt, and West Virginia scores on their first 2 possessions.
They may be in shock, but in shock they're going to have to trust. Here's a good run up the middle. Ball is out. I think West Virginia's got it. They do. D. McCann on the fumble recovery. McCann came up from the safety spot. The ball was out, and West Virginia's got it back.
Well, we mentioned they're great at knocking the ball loose. Turnover margin, they're in the top 10 in the country. That ball just good. That's a good hit. Ball, helmet right on the ball. Ball comes out. The white shirts have it.
D. McCann with a recovery, a dive with a hit. And West Virginia in great shape again. Plus 12 on the turnover margin. Now they're plus in this ball game, and they've got a 2-touchdown lead. First down at the Georgia 26. Slayton, big hole off the right side again. Now he cuts it up. Gets 8 or 9 before he's run out of bounds. Well, this offensive line's really coming off the ball as well for West Virginia.
Well, what this does, this offense, this spread, it causes indecision in the minds of the linebackers. When the quarterback fakes to the back, they have to hold their position. They don't know whether to go with the back across the formation or wait to see if the quarterback's got it and he's going the other way. Basically, the blocking makes the defense make decisions in space, which isn't a normal Southeastern Conference try to slam it down your throat approach. Here's the fullback, and this time Georgia is there to meet Owen Schmidt. No gain on the play. Jarvis Jackson and Tony Taylor along with Blue from the secondary to make the stop. And it brings up a 3rd down situation. I'm not sure West Virginia's been in a 3rd down situation tonight. They haven't. 3rd down at 2. This is the same offense that Rich Rodriguez used at Tulane with Sean King that was so successful. At Clemson with Woody Dantzler was so successful.
High snap. White wants to throw back and does. Got a little screen out on the side. It's a first down, and it's going to be close to 1st and goal. Brandon Miles with another catch and a good run after. That's the 2nd time he's done that tonight. The first time he got 30 yards. This time he got 7.